Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Von Biggs, and let's queer up the USA view. White House redirects COVID site to lab leak page, blaming China. In a surprising move, the White House yesterday has redirected COVID.gov, a site that once offered testing, vaccine, and long COVID resources, to a new landing page titled Lab Leak: True Origins of COVID-19. The new site presents 5 points supporting to the theory that the pandemic began due to a lab accident in Wuhan, China. Those arguments echo a December 2024 report from the Republican-led Select Subcommittee on the coronavirus pandemic. But it's important to note there has never been a scientific consensus or definitive proof on how the virus first emerged. The 5 claims include COVID-19 has a biological feature not found in nature. All cases trace back to a single introduction into humans. Wuhan is home of China's top SARS lab. Researchers there were reportedly ill with COVID-like symptoms in late 2019. And if the virus had a natural origin, the evidence would have already surfaced. The site also revives a controversial claim that the former NIAID Director Dr. Anthony Fauci influenced early research to downplay the lab leak theory. But Fauci, under oath in 2024, called those allegations, quote, absolutely false and simply preposterous, end quote. The page goes further, criticizing the federal COVID response, including lockdowns, masking, and even New York's handling of the crisis. It also features a photo of Fauci and President Biden's pardon for him. This isn't the first time the lab leak theory has taken center stage, but amidst the ongoing tariff war between the two countries, this report by the White House adds fuel to the currently delicate geopolitical environment. Queer News Tonight's Al Ferguson interviewed Fauci before leaving the NIH, and many activists in the LGBTQ community are concerned about the White House efforts to reshape accurate healthcare information. Particular concerns centered around accurate medical information on HIV/AIDS, PrEP, and other critical LGBTQ medical concerns. We have heard so many stories of people that speak on science that have no idea what they're talking about. I mean, we consistently see that. We have seen the medical mistrust in our country from the government. We've heard about it. I didn't even think back when COVID came out. It was, okay, it's not a problem. It is a problem. It's not a problem that everybody was locked down. I mean, it was disastrous. And all I can think of, one of the things is apparently they had alleged biosafety protocols. And I look at this as a way, as we've seen, as Mr. 45-7 does. Look over there. And that's what they're doing.
Well, it's distraction, and it's also part of his retribution tour. He's just going after people who he thinks made him look stupid during the pandemic.
He's too busy.
He didn't need help looking stupid. He is stupid. And as appalling as this is, there's nothing shocking or surprising about this in the least. It's more lies, more misinformation coming from the absolute worst White House in history.
But it's the thing that I think is getting lost in here is it's a lot of finger pointing. It's like a bad Three Stooges movie where it's like constantly everyone's like, it's his fault, it's her fault, it's her fault. Fuck the fault. What are we doing to stop it? What are we doing to protect ourselves? Where is the medical information we need to have my children be safe? But unfortunately, now that we have our Kennedy, and it doesn't matter because he's half shit baked. I
mean, we've already been through COVID, right? I mean, we made it.
And we survived.
Right. We had a lot of deaths, unfortunately, due to that,
Yes.
But at the same time, why do we have to go back and retrace the steps? For what reason? What's the end game?
Well, this goes back to, I was doing some research on this, and there was some assumptions that because Donald left office before everything was finally back in order, that he feels that he was blamed for the COVID situation. So as usual, when Donald feels blamed, it's everybody else's fault, and I'm the perfect one, and I'm the right one, and my information is the right information. Now, unfortunately, it's going to, screw up half of rural America because they don't know what's going on and they don't know what to believe. And especially with his base, because it's their mindset that anything that comes out of Donald's mouth is golden and biblical. So, that's my concern is moving out of the next 3.5 years, what's going to happen when we get back to reality and back to a common sense campaign.
So my issue with this is coming from the symbol of power in the United States. This is the White House saying things that we, as a global community, have decided are not true. So regardless of what's going on behind closed doors there, the rest of the world is laughing. They're saying, you guys look like fools.
We are fools.
Well, we are fools for allowing this election to have happened the way it did, and for allowing him to be our voice. Because regardless of how you voted, he's our voice. And the lies and the misinformation that is coming out of the symbol of power for the United States is embarrassing.
It is.
And it's even sadly as it's having a ripple effect in Europe as we speak, because suddenly there are campaigns going overseas in other countries, and there's micro versions of Trump and his mindset vying for political
Not
office
just in Europe, I mean, all over, yes.
So it's feeding into a horrible rippling effect that, you know, the insanity can spread if you don't pay attention. Maybe instead of COVID shots, we should have had insanity shots. You know?
I think that is actually a shot. Actually. I'm going to order one of those tonight.
Yes.
That's a big LGBTQ story for today. There's no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBT